You have almost certainly seen them. Small, strange, tubular structures made entirely of dried mud. They might look like a single, rough thumb-sized cylinder, or a cluster of several tubes arranged like a miniature pipe organ pressed against the surface of your property. To most homeowners, these look like a messy eyesore, a bit of dirt that doesn't belong, or a problem that needs to be scraped off with a spatula as quickly as possible. But before you reach for that tool to clear your wall, you need to stop and look much closer, because what is happening inside those mud tubes is one of the most extraordinary biological processes on your entire property. If you destroy that nest right now, you are ending a cycle that has been protecting your garden and your family for over 100 million years, and by the time we finish this exploration, you will deeply regret every nest you've ever scraped away in the past. Today, we are going to open that vault together. We are going to reveal who is living inside that clay structure, and why some of the most experienced naturalists and professional gardeners in the country make a deliberate choice to leave these nests where they are. Inside those mud walls lies a nursery, a pantry, and a specialized weapons system that is actively working to keep your garden safe from genuine medical threats. In just a few minutes, you will understand that this mud stain is not a sign of a neglected home, it is a sign of a high-functioning, healthy ecosystem. We are going to peel back the layers of a mystery that lives in the shadows of your garden, and once you see what's inside, you will never look at a dirty wall the same way again. To understand why this structure is so valuable, we first have to identify the master architect. These nests are built by mud daubers, solitary wasps belonging to the families Sphecidae and Crebronidae. You likely recognize the most common varieties found near your home: the sleek blue mud dauber, the black and yellow mud dauber, and the distinctive organ pipe mud dauber. But here is the first secret that surprises almost everyone. Mud daubers are nothing like the wasps that have given the rest of their family a bad reputation. Most of us have a deeply ingrained fear of wasps, conditioned by run-ins with aggressive yellow jackets or paper wasps that defend their colonies with genuine ferocity. Mud daubers are different. She is a solitary architect. She builds alone, she hunts alone, and she raises her young alone. Because she has no colony to defend, no queen to protect, and no social structure that triggers collective aggression, she is extraordinarily peaceful. Entomologists who study these wasps report that provoking a mud dauber into stinging requires a deliberate effort. They are focused on their work and have zero interest in you. You could stand directly beside an active nest in your garden shed and watch her bring in building materials without any realistic risk of being stung. Her task has nothing to do with defending territory. Her entire life is focused on creating a legacy for offspring she will never meet. The mud structure on your wall is a specialized nursery. To build it, the female wasp collects wet mud from a nearby water source and carries it back to your wall, meticulously shaping it into a hollow tube. But it isn't just a room, it's a sealed pantry. And this is where the story becomes truly fascinating for anyone who spends time in a garden. The mud dauber is a highly specialized spider hunter. This is her biological purpose, a role she has perfected over millions of generations. She seeks out spiders and delivers a precisely targeted sting to their nervous system. Crucially, this is not a killing sting, it is a paralyzing one. The spider does not die, it remains alive but immobile, suspended in a state of enforced stillness. Its metabolic processes continue, which means its tissues stay fresh and nutrient-rich for weeks. The wasp then carries this paralyzed spider back to the mud nest on your garden wall and pushes it deep inside the tube. She does this repeatedly, packing spider after spider into the chamber like a macabre but essential grocery delivery. Once the tube is full of these living, preserved specimens, she lays a single egg on top of the final spider, seals the chamber with a plug of fresh mud, and moves on to build the next tube. When that egg hatches, the larva finds itself in a sealed room with a living pantry. It feeds on the spiders one by one, from the freshest to the oldest, each one perfectly preserved by the wasp's venom. By the time the larva has consumed everything in the chamber, it is ready to pupate and transform inside its mud cell and emerge weeks later as a fully formed adult wasp, which chews through the mud seal and flies out into your garden. But for a homeowner or a vegetable gardener, The most important detail is the specific type of prey the mud dauber prefers. Researchers have found that while they take various spiders, certain species, particularly the blue mud dauber, show a documented and strong preference for black widow spiders. In many studies, black widows were found to comprise a significant portion of the prey stored in these nests, with some tubes containing almost nothing but black widow specimens. Let that settle for a moment. That mud stain on your garage or your potting shed, the one you were planning to remove because it looked like an eyesore, is actually a graveyard for the one spider that represents a genuine medical risk to you and your family. Black widows love the same environments that mud daubers do: dark corners of garden sheds, crevices in stone walls, and the undersides of your outdoor structures. She isn't just killing these spiders, she is removing them from your property entirely and locking them inside a mud vault. If you have ever felt that cold dread after finding a black widow near your garden tools, understand that the mud dauber on your wall may be the primary reason you aren't finding dozens more. By filling her nest with a variety of spiders, she is acting as a natural regulator for the entire spider population in your immediate vicinity. While spiders are generally beneficial in a garden, an overabundance can lead to them entering your house or basement. The mud dauber keeps that population in a state of perfect balance, and she does it for free, without a single drop of toxic pesticide. So, what should you actually do about the mud nest on your wall? The answer depends on one thing: is the nest active or abandoned? An active nest will have a wasp coming and going with visible purpose. If the nest is active, leave it completely alone. She will finish her work within a single season, seal the final tube, and move on. She will not expand the nest indefinitely or return to it next year. She is a one-season contractor. An abandoned nest, which appears dry and dusty, is often sealed but might have visible exit holes where the new generation has already chewed its way out. These empty tubes can simply be left as they are. These empty clay chambers provide essential overwintering habitats for other beneficial insects in your garden ecosystem, like native bees. If the location genuinely bothers you, it can be carefully removed after the season ends in late autumn, once you are absolutely certain no larvae remain inside. But what you should never do is destroy an active nest. By destroying it, you are ending a process that benefits your property directly. You are eliminating a master hunter that is performing a service you cannot do yourself. You are removing the most effective, chemical-free biological controls for dangerous spiders that nature has ever developed. The mud nest on your wall is not a problem. It is a solution. It is an ancient, mud-sealed insurance policy for your garden. Stop the spatula. Leave her to her work. Your family is safer for it. Tell me your story in the comments.